Commanders, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and also ring that notification bell to get notified on my latest videos. As always, let's get started, shall we? Welcome Commanders to another unit review. Today, we are going to review one of the best elite unit cards in the game. The General's Directive. This card is similar to the mirror card found in the so-called game, Clash Royale. Some players who both play this game and Clash Royale know what this thing has to do with it. But with new players that haven't used this card or even played Clash Royale, well, I would like to tell you about it. To use this card, you have to deploy a unit within your hand. It's basically any unit you can deploy. Once you deploy the unit, the General's Directive can now be used. Simply by creating the unit that you deployed once, can now be deployed twice. Let's just say you have a Stug 3 for example. You had deployed it to counter an enemy tank. But then you realized that one Stug 3 wasn't enough to destroy it. And the General's Directive comes into play. Since you deployed your first Stug 3 into battle, you can deploy another one because of the General's Directive. It is designed to duplicate deployed units, and you can reuse that same unit twice in battle. But there's a catch. Even though you can deploy the same unit twice, because of the General's Directive, that same unit costs 1 more MP than the original unit. Let's say a Panzer IV costs 6 MP. If you have the General's Directive in your hand and copies the Panzer IV, it wouldn't have the same price as the original. It will now cost 7 MP to deploy another Panzer IV, which is fine of course, but you will waste time on waiting for more expensive units that you won't deploy twice in battle. Epic units start at level 10. And with the General's Directive, the unit you will spawn depends on how high level your General's Directive is. If your General's Directive is level 10, then the duplicated unit that you're going to deploy is also level 10. Even if the original unit is much higher than the General's Directive, it will stay at the same level as your General's Directive level currently is. And with that, let's get on with what doctrine shall you use this unit with. Actually, all war-matched doctrines are especially good for this doctrine. But, I would like to show you on how special the General's Directive works on the Blitzkrieg doctrine. As usual, you should go for tanks. There are a lot of passive effects for tanks in the Blitzkrieg doctrine. The minus 20% reload speed, an additional Goliath to escort the tank, distract the enemy as possible, and either smoke grenades for the Panzer IV or an extra shield and machine gun for the Brummer. Either way, active skills include Knight's Cross and Total Offensive. To effectively use General's Directive, wait for your MP and CP bar to be full. Then use your MP to spawn a Tiger. Then use the Total Offensive skill. Make sure that you have the General's Directive unit, or it won't work. And there, you have 2 operational Tigers in the field, which will destroy anything in its path of trajectory. And that's it for today's unit review. Make sure to join my Discord server, and follow my Twitter account in the description. As always, I will see you next time, Commanders. Like, comment, and subscribe to the video.